Welcome to today's developer update. I'm Jeff from the Overwatch team. I'm particularly excited about this topic because it's something that you guys have been asking about for a very long time. In fact, since the day we launched, you were asking for a way for us to save highlights for you. And we have done a complete iteration and evolution of the highlights feature. So let me go into some detail on how the new highlights feature is going to work. First off, the game will still continue to collect your highlights as you play and suggest top highlights for you. It was doing this previously where it would give you 5 different highlights as you played over time and then allow you to play those back. Well, part of the problem was if you logged out of Overwatch or shut either your PC or your console down, those highlights might go away. Under the new system, those top 5 highlights will always be there for the next 24 hours. What's more is we've added a new section called Recently Captured. And I should explain to you what exactly this means. So sometimes when you're playing Overwatch, an incredible moment will happen and you'll think to yourself, wow, that should really be play of the game, or I wish I had been recording that. I wish I could in some way capture that moment. Well, we've made it so that you can either bind a key to capture a highlight, or you can bind multiple keys on PC to capture multiple highlights. So the way this would work is, very cool thing happens in Overwatch. You think to yourself, wow, that was amazing. I wish the game would remember that. So you basically bookmark it by pressing your capture key, and after the victory or defeat screen happens, the match is registered and then that highlight will go to your highlights section under recently captured. Now, when you go to highlights, you'll have those auto-generated highlights under the top 5 highlights of the day and your recently captured highlights, of which you can have up to 32. Once you fill the 32 highlights, you're going to have to clear some out. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what does clear some out mean? We have now given you the ability to save highlights to a video file. We call this recording highlights. The really cool thing about this is it gives you different options. So if you're on a console, it will default to whatever options your console defaults to save those video files. Then those video files will go to whatever media library you use, whether it be the Xbox media library or the PlayStation media library. However, on PC, these will go to a directory for you in Windows. Now, one of the cool things that happens when you use the highlights feature on PC is it will give you options to record the video in many different ways. So an example is you might play on a very low-end system that can't handle the graphics settings being too high. But if you decide to, you can output video, like let's say you're on Windows 10, you can output video at 4K, 60 frames a second that just look amazing. Now, obviously, the higher you set your video settings for saving these highlights, the bigger the video files are going to be and the longer it's going to take for the game to generate that video file. But if you opt into it, you can save some pretty amazing looking, really great highlights. So we think all of these new additions to the highlight system will make it much easier for you to capture and record those great moments, and even more so then you can share them with your friends on social media. So we really hope that you enjoy all of the new updates coming to the highlights feature. I know it took us a long time to get to them, but it was something we were very passionate about and we knew we could do a lot of cool things with. And we have some other ideas of how to evolve it even more so in the future. Now, I wanted to address one more topic very quickly. We are going to make significant improvements to the loot box experience. One of the things that we're going to do is drastically reduce the rate of duplicates that you'll get out of any loot box. We think this will be immediately evident and extremely significant for all of our players, and we think it's going to feel fantastic. Now, one thing you might be thinking is, well, if you reduce the amount of duplicates I get, what's going to happen in terms of me earning credits and being able to buy the things I want? Well, to compensate for this, we're going to increase the amount of credits that you get out of loot boxes. So we'll make sure that your credit intake will be at least the same, if not more, when all of this is done. You won't see duplicate items anywhere near as much, and we really encourage you to go on the PTR, check this out, and feel it for yourself. You have to keep in mind that the system doesn't have infinite content. So at some point, you're obviously going to get duplicate items. You would need an infinite amount of content to have no duplicates. But we think the change should be very drastic and significant and feel fantastic. So we hope you enjoy the highlights feature, and we really hope that the loot box changes feel as great to you guys as they feel to us. Enjoy playing Overwatch and keep having fun. Thank you.